Welcome to People Doing Good for Others. Welcome to People Doing Good for Others, where we celebrate and honor, hold in the light those who are truly making significant differences in our communities. I'm Gary York, and I'm grateful to be your host today. I want to thank Wilkes Communications and RiverStreet Network and WIFM for this opportunity to sponsor us in special ways and add so much to life. My special guest today is Joanne Schwab. She's a veteran at West Wilkes Middle School. Her concentration is in chorus and also in drama. She's from Ohio, from Akron and the University of Akron, and came here with her husband, who's a teacher, professor at App State. So stick with us. This is going to be a great, rewarding experience. So good morning to you, Ms. Schwab.
Good morning.
Thank you, and your reputation around the county is, I've seen you several times bring groups to the Stone Center and perform either in plays or in music. So this calling you had as a youngster about, remember his name's Chapman? Mm-hmm. Let's go back to how we get started in a certain area and just really love to do it.
So about the time I was in 9th or 10th grade, I had a fabulous music teacher named Dennis Chapman in Akron, Ohio at my high school. And he really inspired me to become a music teacher. And he inspired me to go to school and become a chorus teacher. He was my choral teacher. He was also directed our musicals at our high school. So he inspired me to do that too. And lo and behold, when I was in 5th grade, I went to the high school that I would attend when I was in high school, and I saw a production that he did of The Music Man. And I just was hooked after that. That was like going to be my lifelong thing. So to this day, that's still my favorite musical, The Music Man, and that he inspired me to do that, to go on and be a music teacher and have a drama club. And I kind of model my directing style off of his. So he was really an inspiration to me.
Is it encouragement? Is that maybe one of the keys that you brought from 5th grade to here?
I think so, and just being given an opportunity to do that and to see things. He really helped me to become a better musician, and he gave me opportunities. I was the assistant director for my high school in junior and senior year for the musical. So he was really a big inspiration to me to go on and go to college and be a music teacher.
Tell us a story about your husband and finding App State, and I thought that was just a wonderful story.
So when I first started out, I went to college at the University of Akron in Akron, Ohio, and it was a big commuter school, about 24,000 students when I went there. And I met my husband in college, and when I graduated with a Bachelor of Music in Music Education, and I started to teach in in a suburb called Strongsville City Schools. It was near Cleveland. I taught 2 years there, elementary general music. And then I married my husband, and I moved to Philadelphia with him, and because he was working at a college called Haverford College over there. And I taught a year in a charter school called First Philadelphia Charter School for Literacy in Northeast Philly. And then after that year, my husband started interviewing all over the country for professor jobs. He interviewed in Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Oregon, the College of Staten Island, just all over the country. And Appalachian State chose us. They offered him a job, and we came down here, and I applied at West Wilkes Middle School, and I got a job there, and I've been there ever since. This is my 14th school year.
14th year. Mm-hmm. Now, tell us your schedule during a day.
During a normal school day?
Normal school day.
So during a normal school day, I teach 6 different classes, and they're all choral classes. I have 2 7th grade choruses, 2 8th grade choruses, and then 2 6th grade choruses. And they are, when I have a concert, I combine them. So the groups are combined. So in 7th grade, I have about over 70 students in 7th grade chorus. I have close to 60 in 8th grade and close to 60 in 6th grade. So it's over 180 students in the choral program right now in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I also have a very, very special time during the day. It's called nighttime, Knight, because we are the Knights. And I use that time to do my drama club.
Is that after 3 or?
It is during the school day, but we have just recently started to do after-school rehearsals with the drama club in preparation for our upcoming performance in March. So my drama club kids will be doing the Jungle Book this year on March 8th and 9th.
You made us, as we shared earlier about a parent said, well, my child can't sing. And you said, well, just wait till she gets here. Tell us about that comfort and encouragement, if you will.
Well, I pride myself that I always am honest with my students, and I never try to single them out in any way. And I have had parents come to me before and say, my child signed up for chorus. I don't know how that's going to go because they're not a very good singer. And my response to them is always, you will be amazed what your children can do. And when I get them up there, I don't know, they do it. They sing, we make music. I teach them all kinds of music reading skills, and sometimes I think they're not conscious of what they're learning, but they can apply it, and they do amazing things.
Wow. You said you never ask a youngster to sing a solo. I thought that was so beautiful. Tell us about that. One of the first things day one that I say to them is, I will never ever ask you to sing in front of this class by yourself unless you want to. Now I've had students over the years who say, I really want to sing a solo, or there's been opportunities and I just make them sing in front of the class. But that's their choice. I don't ever want to single them out because I feel like that would not be a positive experience for them. I feel like that would be, I'm not going to make them stand up and do something that they don't want to do in front of anybody. I tell them that day one. I also tell them I will always be honest with them no matter what. If something is not good or something needs improvement, then we're going to work on that together and we're going to make it better. A scenario, your 180 folks will be together how many times a year?
We do 2 large chorus concerts during the year. One of them is in December, and we just held that right before the Christmas break. It was at Millers Creek United Methodist Church, and all the students are together. Each group performs separately. The 6th grade chorus performs certain songs, 7th grade, 8th grade, so on and so forth. And then in the end, I bring them all together to perform a combined piece at the end. We did that in December, and we will also do that again in May. We have 2 large chorus concerts during the year. And then we have other special events throughout the year for different grade levels to do different things.
Ms. Schwab, tell us about, does a youngster learn to read music if she's been with you 3 years? Or tell us a little bit about the mechanics of how it works.
So I try to stress music reading a lot in my class because I just think that's going to make them a better singer, a better person, a better musician. And even if they're not conscious of everything that's happening on the musical page that I give them, they can tell me certain things like the notes go up or the notes go down. And it's the same thing. It's just a process of building as we go along in the music reading process. 6th grade starts very basic, and we continue to build as we go up. My 8th grade and 7th grade, I'm very proud of them. They can do something called sight reading, which is I'll give them a line of music, either a rhythm or a singing example, and within a few minutes they're able to read that and be successful and
now,
move on to the
sight
next
reading,
thing.
I thought that was interesting. Just elaborate just a little bit, if you will.
So sight reading is just reading music at first sight. They've never seen it before. They understand the process and what they need to do to identify the things in the line. but they're not necessarily have never seen that line of music before. Usually it's very basic. We use different methods. They have a syllable for each rhythm sound that they make, and they can read a line of rhythm. And then for singing examples, I use solfege, which is like do, re, mi, fa, so in the scale. And they're just simple examples, but it gets their brains thinking about, how the music moves in the line, and they can tell me things about it, like key signatures, time signatures, things like that. So I'm sure there are folks that come out of there, youngsters that didn't know that the talent was in music and will become a music teacher after going to college, or is it kind of what you're doing? I hope so. I have a few. I know for sure. I have one student who just came back. She is going to school right now, and she came back to do an observation with me for one of her music education classes. So she was in my class years ago, because she's a first or second year college student now. So I've also had people come back and do senior projects with me, just in preparation of things. I actually had one student this morning say to me, I just started piano last night and I knew all the notes and everything because I've been in your class. So,
oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow. So we maybe get started on that thing in life that's most rewarding for us,
right,
by having, let's go to the drama a little bit.
Okay.
And just frame that for us.
Okay, so my drama club they're very special to me. I have about 30 students in the drama club, and this is our 13th production at West Wilkes Middle School. We started doing musicals. We did a few musicals, and then I stopped for a couple years because I had my own children and I had to focus on that. And then I had a principal, Dr. Stocks, say to me one year, I think I'm going to have you do a play this year. And I said to him, I figured you probably were. So he knew kind of what I had done in the past. And that's my choice to offer that opportunity to them to do a drama production. And my students, they do amazing things. We have, we'll be doing the Jungle Book this year. We have 4 performances on Friday, March the 8th. We call it Play Day at our school. It's Play Day because the play is happening all day. They do 4 performances, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. The ones in the morning, we have invited our feeder schools, Mount Pleasant Elementary School and Millers Creek Elementary School, to come and attend. So those students, it's kind of an outreach program for them, so they can kind of see what kind of a program they might want to be involved in when they come to West Wilkes Middle School.
So you're recruiting all the time?
All the time.
How wonderful.
And then in the afternoon, my students perform for our entire school. We have 2 performances, and all the student body of West Wilkes Middle School gets to come and see. And we have just, over the years, for middle school, it's a high quality middle school theater experience. We've had numerous people come and see, and just we've done the things they do are amazing. I'm very proud of them.
Do you stay ready with your group to perform about any time somebody needs something they call West Wilkes Middle, and y'all ready to go? Is that?
I try to strategically plan ahead for different opportunities, and just I kind of know my groups and what they can do. For example, in the beginning of the school year, one of the school board members approached the music teachers at our opening music meeting, and she said, we need entertainment for this district school board meeting on whatever date. And my wheels started turning. I started thinking, what can this group do? What can this group do? I kind of always try to program it so it's not stressful for them, but it's something that might be attainable for them, that they could go perform somewhere. So I volunteered my group, and we went. I had some select 8th graders go. They're the students that are with me all year, and we went and performed, and I just pulled out some songs that they knew, that they were familiar with, because most of them have been with me since 6th grade. So when I had them for 3 years, I mean, I can kind of think of what they can do and that kind of thing. So.
Okay. Do we have band at the middle school level, or instrumentation?
Yep, so at our school we have,
Orchestral?
we also have a band program. Mr. Matthew Dower, he's our band director, and he does a fabulous job with those kids too. So we have instrumental and choral at our school.
What's your husband teach?
He teaches chemistry at Appalachian State University.
Okay. And where do you live?
We actually live in Ashe County.
Ash County.
So
you go both different directions.
we go both
kind of in the
ways.
middle. Yeah. Practice.
Okay.
Is that do most youngsters performing, they enjoy doing that?
The drama club?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The students that I have, a lot of them are returning cast members. Some of them even do community theater around Wilkes County. I have some of them
Oh,
that
my
I go and
goodness.
see. Some of my students have performed in Blue Moon Productions.
I know those people.
Some of those.
Reynolds.
And also Wilkes Playmakers. So I've got some community theater kids in there. And I just have some that perform at church and do different things. I'm pretty selective about who I select. There's an audition process that happens in the beginning of the year, and we've actually been working on our production since September, and we will continue to work on it till March. We have started after school rehearsals, so we do have a time during the school day to practice, but we also do after school too. And then the week of the show, we will practice every night, dress rehearsal week, and the last night, Thursday night's a big night for us. I rent professional sound equipment because we have so many people coming to watch. That's delivered. The students, sometimes if they have a main role, they'll be asked to wear headset microphones. So it's a pretty professional experience for them.
Wow.
So, and we do, like I said, we do the 4 performances on Friday, and then on Saturday we do a performance for the community and their parents. So.
How does a person become a great actor, actress? Tell us a little bit about what do we give them in the time that they have at West Wilkes Middle if they're in the drama club? How does a person learn to act?
I mean, honestly, I don't think that's something that can be taught.
Okay.
And myself, I don't know that I was ever a really good performer. I think I'm just really good at telling people placing them and telling them where to go and what to do. A lot of the times, it's just me kind of guiding them along the way, and they do it. They're the ones that are up there, and they do it. I just kind of facilitate, and we have a lot of different kinds of conversations in the drama club. We talk about lots of things. A lot of the time I'm saying to them, what do you guys think of this? Or how do we want to do this? We've changed things to kind of the scripts that I license through our company, the Children's Outreach Theater Plays. They give us the liberty to kind of do our own thing and make it our own. So my students this year, they wanted to write a scene in. We have actually some of them have read the book, The Jungle Book, and so we've kind of tried to work that in. It's very different than our play, but like I said, we've kind of tried to make it our own, and we've added things, and I have a fabulous girl who plays the fiddle for us, and she performed in our play last year, and she will perform.
She's a student?
Mm-hmm, she is a student.
Really?
Yes. So I just.
So you think it's more of a natural ability to become an actor or actress than being taught?
I mean, sometimes I think that we just have to give them that opportunity. Like, I have numerous students I can think of over the years that teachers have come to me and said, that kid didn't even talk in my class.
Oh,
and
my
now they're
goodness.
up on the stage, doing this and just being a performer. And I mean, they do it. They're just, the parents are always like, it's amazing. And I'm just like, they're the ones that are up there. They bring it to life. They create the story.
So you have eureka moments or breakthrough moments with youngsters who want to, but maybe haven't been able, and all of a sudden
Right.
they do.
Right. Sometimes when we do the audition process, sometimes I look for potential, what it can be. That's a lot. I do that in the chorus too. What can they be? What can we do together?
Wow. You do some Veterans Days performances. Let's talk about that.
We have a huge Veterans Day Assembly at our school. And honestly, we were trying to figure out how many years we've done it. I remember the first girl who sang the national anthem in 2008. She was an 8th grader. So it's been over 10 years that we've been doing Veterans Day programs. And it's just kind of gotten larger as we've gone on. And if you ever get the chance to come to our Veterans Day program.
Does the community come in?
Yes.
As guests?
Yes. We invite all the veterans to come in. We've had guest speakers over the years who are people in our community. We've had a singer-songwriter come the past couple years and perform for our students and tell stories. And my students perform. I always have, usually it's the 8th graders that will perform. They will sing. And then I always have a student that's chosen to sing the national anthem, which is a huge honor at our school. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now, that person when is he or she chosen?
Usually I kind of put it out there and just throw it out there in the beginning of the year and say, I need a national anthem singer for the Veterans Day Assembly. And lo and behold, some brave student will come and volunteer. And usually they're really, I mean, it's a fabulous thing for them and a fabulous experience for them. So.
Have you had, I've been to a concert where one of the big groups came from Merlefest. Is that part of your school? Do they come to your school?
We do have outreach groups that come from Merlefest that come and perform at our school every year. So, but that's not, I don't have any students that, the girl that plays the fiddle for me, my fiddle player, she does perform at Merlefest. And I have had students over the years that will perform at Merlefest or do different things, so.
All right, now let's go back, if you will, and the performances that we'll do during the year. Can you go back and maybe just come through from
the beginning of the year?
If you will, and just say we'll do this and this.
So I like to offer my students unique performance opportunities throughout the year, not just a basic chorus concert. So we usually start out in the fall with the Veterans Day Assembly. 8th grade will perform for that. And then we go right into our Christmas concert in December. Sometimes this year we didn't get to go because we had the snow, but last year I had the opportunity to take the 8th grade to the Ruby Pardo Blackburn Center to do Christmas caroling.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so that was good.
special.
My students were like, we want to go Christmas caroling. So I set it up and we went, and we were going to go this year, but like I said, the weather kind of put a damper on that. And then when we hit the spring is a busy time. We are preparing lots of things. So 8th grade goes and performs at the Wilkes County Middle School Chorus.
Tell us about that.
The Wilkes County Middle School Chorus includes the 4 middle schools, choral students from the 4 middle schools, North, West, Central, and East. And we all perform the same songs. We all learn the same songs. All the choral teachers teach all the same music. We hire in a clinician to come in and work with our students, and then they sing together. There's a day in March. It's March the 12th this year. It takes place at the Walker Center. And the students are all gathered there. They have an all-day rehearsal with the clinician that we bring in, and then they have a concert that evening. And I think that's one of the only times that they, as the 4 middle schools, get to perform together and not compete against each other. Because like in sports and other things, they're always competing against each other. But this is one time that they can come together and perform together.
Tell us about the youngster that did his senior project. That's one of your students.
So I just recently had a student, his name was Aaron Clark. He is a student at the Wilkes Early College High School. He came and performed, he chose to do his senior project with me, and he came and he wanted to accompany for one of my groups for Christmas. So he came and met with me, we picked some music, he practiced, and then he came in and played and accompanied one of the songs at the chorus concert. And he also, when he was in 8th grade, he is a former student of mine. When he was in 8th grade, he also played and accompanied for his grade level. He accompanied at the spring concert and then also at the 8th grade promotion ceremony. So he's a pretty special kid. Came in and played for the students. Was very professional and did that to meet the requirements for his senior project.
Isn't that amazing? That must have been a gratifying moment for you, I'm sure.
It was really special because, I mean, he's a former student. So anytime I can get, a former student to come back and do something. He is the third student who's come back and done their senior project with me of some kind.
Can you remember a major breakthrough for somebody or a story you like to tell, or is there something that you never forget about being a great teacher?
I had an opportunity a couple years ago. My students were invited to perform at the Wilkes County Hall of Fame banquet. And so I took 2 of my 8th grade students that were in the drama club that year, and I had the opportunity to go and take them. We were invited to be at the banquet, and then we were invited to perform for the board and all the people at the banquet. So that kind of holds a special place in my heart.
That is a special, special night at the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I'm so impressed with, they use it as, across the board. It's not just sports. It can be,
Right.
You can be special in a lot of different areas. And this year we had a forum when 165 students came back and had dialogue and sat at tables with 12 Hall of Fame inductees, and that was just so wonderful. I just can't tell you how amazing the things that went on that morning. So go back to the recruiting. I asked you about that, and do you, this interaction you have with these kids, and you've established this great reputation, what are some of the, do you do some other things about going and hearing them maybe in churches, or
I
how
don't
do you
necessarily.
find these wonderful performers?
I don't necessarily go seek them out. I support them always. And we bring in, for my choral program, the 5th grade always comes to visit our school. We have a 5th grade visit, and that's just kind of to get them acclimated to the school. They'll be coming to middle school next year. My students always perform the 6th grade. That's one of their special times. They perform for the 5th grade. And we talk a little bit about chorus. But honestly, I think it's just, I have a lot of students now who had siblings that I had.
Okay.
So
Okay.
older siblings, and just kind of word of mouth. I just try to make it fun and give them a positive experience, and that kind of thing for chorus. For drama club, I support them. The kids will ask me to come see them in different performances or things like that. And I'm always kind of looking, keeping my ears open for, this kid did this at church, or this kid was in this or something. So I'm always looking and just actively trying to give them a good opportunity with whatever we're doing.
I think it's being held in such high esteem that the message is in the community that this opportunity is at West Wilkes Middle School, and I'm sure that's the way. Go back as we come close to the end about encouragement and never embarrassing and relationship building that you have one-on-one with these youngsters.
Well, in a sense, I just kind of feel like we're doing something together. We're making music together. I'm always trying to make them better, and they know that. I know I'm hard on them sometimes, but in a positive, respectful way, that they can just know that we're doing this together. I feel like they trust me.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
And the opportunity is there, but we're going to do it together.
Right.
Right.
And I just feel like they have a sense of trust. We have a sense of trust with each other, that I know that they're going to do what I need them to do, what I've trained them to do, and they know that I'm going to be there to support them in whatever they're doing.
Ms. Schwab, what a blessing it is to have you in our community and to have this enrichment, if you will, outside the classroom, and that people can give and share and care. And as you said, we're going to do this together. Mm-hmm. And I want to thank Wilkes Communications and RiverStreet Network for this opportunity and for having you here. So close with a couple of sentences, if you will, of gratitude that you have, that the Lord has blessed you with the talent to do, and you love to do it.
I just really enjoy my job. I really enjoy going to school. I'm very thankful that my students choose to share their talents with me every day. I'm thankful for the support that I have at school from my principal, Miss Pam Huffman and Miss Ashley Boykin, and just the opportunities that we get throughout the county for people to call us and come perform and do things like this. I'm very thankful for that.
And 180 folks plus the drama club get to shine. How about that?
Yep.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank
what an
you so
honor to
much.
have you.
Thank you.
Ms. Joanne Schwab and West Wilkes Middle School Choral and Drama Director. Thank you.